Well, Luther Reigns interrupted my SmackDown Thanksgiving.
I liked it.
I'm sure you did.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring at a combined weight of 558 pounds, Luther Reigns and Mark Jindrak. And at a combined weight of 491 pounds, Rory McAllister and A-1’s.
Finally get invited to Thanksgiving somewhere, and it gets ruined.
It was a party. That happens at parties.
Yeah, not the kind of parties I want to go to.
I wasn't invited.
I tried to get you in.
Thanks a lot.
Looks like Luther Reigns is firing up Mark Jindrak.
I'll tell you what, they were weighed in at 558 pounds, but what Tony Chimmel didn't say is they're 1% body fat. Look at the size of these guys.
It's going to be Mark Jindrak starting things off with A1.
A1 what?
No, that's his name, A1. It's a food theme here on Velocity on this Thanksgiving weekend.
I love theme shows.
Oh my God! My ears are ringing.
What did that kid say to Mark Jindrak?
That's how you start a wrestling match.
That's how you end the wrestling match.
And Jindrak just driving those elbows into the chest of A1.
And look at Jindrak and Reigns talk to each other. A well-oiled machine.
Luther Reigns just wants to pick up the scraps.
I'll tell you what, we thought the Bashams were aggressive this week. Look at these two kids. These two studs. Luther Reigns and Mark Jindrak.
Blue chip athletes are Luther Reigns. And Luther Reigns is allowing A1 to make the tag.
Okay, you can call it that.
This is Rory McAllister.
That was Rory McAllister.
Oh my God! A backhand there by Luther Reigns.
So, I don't even know what to say. I'm enjoying this.
Double underhook, butterfly suplex by Luther Reigns.
Look.
There's the tag to Jindrak, perhaps.
Aggression at its finest, Junior.
This is what the holiday season does to people.
I love it. It brings out the best in everyone.
You're seeing it everywhere. You're seeing it in the NFL. You're seeing it in the NBA. You're seeing it all over the place.
We've seen this before.
Luther Reigns just punted Rory McAllister off the top rope onto the mat below, and Mark Jindrak,
playing by the rules, puts his opponent back in the ring.
Covered by Luther Reigns. And just like that, it's over. Wow.
Here are your winners, Luther Reigns and Mark Jindrak.
A very easy victory for Luther Reigns. Well, Mark Jindrak helping out A1, and I spoke too soon. Bill, I believe you have a turning point in this matchup.
Well, Josh, you're exactly right, but it's not a turning point in this match. It's a turning point in the careers of Reigns and Jindrak right here, firing each other up. So Luther Reigns clearly in control as Rory McAllister goes head over tea kettle to the floor. Mark Jindrak tosses it back in for the victory.
Well, we know at Armageddon the WWE Tag Team titles will be on the line. You got to figure whoever wins that Tag Team Championship matchup, either Rob Van Dam and Rey Mysterio or Kenzo Suzuki and Rene Dupree, have to be on the lookout for Luther Reigns, the man from the dirty desert, the demon from the desert, and Mark Jindrak.
But don't forget the Basham brothers.
For more information on how you can get 24/7, call your local cable operator. I can't wait for 24/7. You can see all your classic favorite moments in the WWE anytime you want.
Our contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, weighing 487 pounds, Viscera!
Let me ask you a question, okay? Do you think that 4 weeks ago, Viscera sitting at home thinking, you know what? I think in a month, I think at the beginning of December, I'm going to have a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship and have a legitimate shot because I'm nearly 500 pounds. Who's going to be able to throw Viscera over tomorrow night? I'm not going to be able to do it.
I think it's going to be one of those, hey guys, let's fight later. Let's take care of the big fella first. It'll be like you, Batista, Triple H, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Val Venus, and the Hurricane and Rosie all getting him at one time and throwing him over. That's the only chance you got.
I would never help those guys do anything. All the guys you just named, I would never help do anything.
Triple H, Batista?
Well, yeah, the first two, but not the next 8.
All right.
I'm not talking about I'm talking about the whole gamut.
Viscera taking on, it says A1, Coach.
Yeah, I was talking to A1 before the night started, and he was filling out paperwork. I thought he was signing the contract. He was checking his will. I couldn't figure it out.
Well, is he spicy or bold A1? Do we know? I think he's going to be dead A1 if Viscera gets through.
I think he's going to be chopped up A1. It's going to be chop steak for A1.
Viscera, look at that intensity. The eyes, the teeth, the hair. He's got it all. Not to mention 487 pounds of not pleasure.
Not pleasure?
Not pleasure. Do you think A1 enjoys being hit by Viscera? I think he's about to get a taste of it.
Those eyes, everything about this man. It's hard to even describe how nasty he is. It's hard to even describe how big he is unless you stood next to him, unless you felt that big right paw, unless you felt that big harump right into your midsection. You just don't know.
Well, Coach, you've seen when he walks by the locker room, by other superstars, they get out of his way.
Well, they don't really look him in the eye, would you? Because not only you can't look him in the eye because his eyes are so. Well, then he can do that too.
There's that spinning heel kick we've seen from Viscera, and there's not really anywhere to go. And 487 pounds is coming at you. There's not much room to wiggle.
Look, he's looking at A1 like he's a buffet. He's looking at him like he's a big old T-bone, and he wants a big piece of that. And A1, I'm begging you, put the cap back on and call it a night.
A1 is done. Viscera, oh no.
Well, at least
this isn't good.
At least
it's a plumber, Coach.
At least A1 gave Viscera a run for his money.
That'll do it every time. I don't care what flavor you are.
Here's your winner, Viscera!
You gotta be kidding me.
It's not a pretty sight.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, A1.
Wow.
Thanks for coming.
Coming up next on Heat.